My name's Darian Tutman, and this is my life. So today's discussion is a topic that means a lot to me, and I think it's something that everybody needs to think about at least once in their life. The topic for today's discussion is leadership, the styles of leadership, and what makes a good leader. So in order to find out what makes a good leader, first you got to break it down into categories. Now, for breaking it down into categories, we have 6 different styles of leadership. First style, pace setting. Pace setting leader is going to be the leader that says, do as I do. He's going to be right there with you, showing you how it's going to be done. The second type of leader is the authoritative leader. The authoritative leader is the leader that's going to say, come with me. He's going to be right next to you, showing you how to do it, bringing you along with it, wanting you to follow him and be a good follower so he can be a good leader. The third type of leader we have is the affiliated leader. Now the affiliated leader is the leader that thinks that people come first. His main concern is making sure everybody is happy, making sure everybody is doing their job, and making sure he knows what everybody is doing. The fourth type of leader we have is the coaching leader. Now the coaching leader is going to be the leader saying, try this, let's do this. He's going to show you what to do, and he's going to have trust and faith in your abilities and how to do it. The fifth type is the coercive leader. Now the coercive leader is going to be the leader that's saying, do as I tell you. He's going to be a bit more assertive in his role as a leader, and he's going to use that. And finally, we have the democratic leader. Now the democratic leader is going to be the leader asking, what do you want to do? How do you want to do it? He's going to be the guy looking to his peers and his followers to help whatever the goal may be to achieve it. So, knowing that, you got to ask yourself, what makes a good leader? Now, a good leader isn't any one of these 6 points. A good leader has the ability and capabilities to switch between all of the points to help his team, his followers, and those he needs to lead. Webster's Dictionary defines leadership as the quality of character and personality to be able to gain confidence of and lead others. Now, that being said, a leader is somebody who influences their behavior through acts of communication. Now from here we can break it down into 2 other types of leaders, the designated leader and the emergent leader. The designated leader is somebody who's in a leadership role by power of position, meaning they've been elected into their place, they've been assigned a task. You may see this in everyday life as business owners, businessmen. Somebody will be a board of director, somebody will be a group leader, a project leader. All of those are designated leaders. Now an emergent leader, like the name suggests, somebody who emerges from the group, somebody who shows leadership capabilities and characteristics without being put into a position of leadership. Think back, college, university, high school, even in your everyday life. Have there ever been situations where you work together as a group, everybody has a good idea? Right there is a group of emergent leaders. Now, have you ever been in a situation where somebody's been appointed a leader? You have your group manager, your task. One person is in charge, conveying the whole thing. That's a designated leader. Now, have you ever had a situation where you've been in a group of, say, 3 or 4, 5 or 10? It doesn't really matter, but you always have that one person who doesn't want to do a thing. All they do is just stand there and hope for an easy mark, higher paying job, something like that. Those people don't show leadership characteristics, and honestly I don't think a lot of people really like them. Now, this is leading us into what a leader has. What does a leader have over somebody who doesn't? Simple question, or simple answer I should say, is influence, or power. The one thing that everybody craves is power. Now, what are the different types of power, you may ask? Well, the first and foremost, which is probably everyone's favorite, is the power of reward. A leader has the ability to reward their followers, reward their peers, whether it be means of money, goods, even if it's just compliments or friendly gestures. A little rewarding goes a long way. Now, on the flip side of that, a leader has the ability to revoke or remove certain things from a group. If you're not doing a good job, they'll take something away. Maybe they'll cut your pay. Who knows? But this is another type of power that the leader has over you. Legitimate power is another type of power that a leader will have. With legitimate power, basically it involves their ability to call meetings, set a schedule, organize what you're doing, where you're going, and conveying the members in order to which route they go. Now, for my favorite type of power, referent power. The reason this is my favorite is because personally it's never really worked for me. It's the power of influence over people. This is done by being good looking, being a sociable, and have great personality where people just love you and adore you. Surprisingly enough, when people love you and adore you and think you're dreamy and all of that, you have considerable amount of power over them. Who knew? So the more influence you have over somebody, the more power you hold, the more somebody likes you, the more you're able to control the situation and take charge in a leadership role and leadership duties. What makes a good leader? It's a very good question. Some people think you have to be born a leader. Some people think you have to grow and mature to become a leader. Personally, I say why not both? Ever since I was little, I've always seen people in leadership roles, whether it's teachers, friends, even friends. You always have those people that, were a natural born leader in the way that they just always at the front of the class, they're always surrounded by friends, they're always one making the plans. Then there's people who have worked for it. They've taken classes, they've been put into leadership roles, and they've learned to overcome and adapt to their situation. And as they grow with time, their leadership capabilities grow as well. Now with leadership, it can be a little tricky. If you're one person by yourself and you have a plan, you have an idea, you want to get something going, but you have nobody to follow you, people might look at you a little funny. They might think you're crazy, a little nutty, but if you truly believe what you're believing in and you want to pursue it, you have to hold yourself to it and continue fighting for it. Take this video for example. This guy's dancing in the middle of the field. Everyone's looking at him like he's crazy. Maybe he is. Or maybe he's trying to make something bigger. Because before long, somebody shares his idea and joins him in dance. And now your lone nut has turned into two. So what happens next? Do they just keep dancing forever? No. Eventually, someone else is going to join, and someone else. And it's just going to continue until everybody's getting up and dancing. So as you can see, more people are starting to join. And before long, this lone guy dancing by himself is now dancing surrounded by possible friends, or even just peers. Maybe even people he's never even met before. But it just goes to show that one person with the capabilities can change everything. So to sum everything up, a leader should be able to read their followers and understand what's going on to be the type of leader that they need to be. And just remember, anybody can be put into a leadership position, but this doesn't mean they're a leader. It takes somebody with true leadership traits to really become a true leader. My name's Darian Tetman, and this is my life.